Okay, dear students, welcome to this 14th session on the topic of kinematics. So, in this session, we are going to see equations of motion in vertical direction. Okay, students. So, until now we have covered equations of motion in horizontal direction. So, now we are going to see how to apply the same equations in vertical direction. Or, in other words, we can call this topic as motion under gravity or free fall. Okay, students, free fall under gravity also. So let us begin this today's topic. Okay, motion under gravity. Okay, students. So students, we all experience that when we drop a ball or when you project a ball vertically upwards. Okay, here you can see on the slide. Suppose first slide, let us see if you drop a ball from a building. Okay, students. Now what is our experience, students? Will it go down or will it go upwards? Obviously it will go down. Okay. So it will go downwards like this. Correct or not, students? So it will go downwards like this. So it will go like this. It will fall onto the ground. Okay. So and the same ball, suppose let's say from the same building, from the top of the building, if you project it upwards, if you throw it upwards with some velocity, here of course you don't have to project downwards with some velocity, you just dropped, and whereas here if you throw it with some velocity, suppose let us say 2 meters per second. Okay, now what will happen, students? Will it go upwards continuously? No, it will go for some time upwards, and then after some time what will happen is it will come downwards. We all experience, correct or not? We all experience that when it will go for some time upwards and then it will fall on the ground like this. Okay, so why it happens like this? Okay, why it will go for some time upwards and then why it comes downwards again? So that is what we are going to see in today's session, that is called as motion under gravity. That means anything you project either vertically upwards or you throw it downwards, or suppose let's say the same ball, if you project it downwards with some velocity u equal to 2 meters per second, then also what will happen? Will it go upwards? No, it will go downwards only. Only difference is that it will go fast, that's all, compared to the first ball when you drop it. Okay, so that means anything you project in vertical direction, either downwards or upwards, okay, either downwards or upwards, the ball will always move downwards. So why it happens? Why it happens is a scientist name called as Galileo. Okay, all of you must be knowing Galileo. He has done so many experiments. Okay, you know the famous Leaning Tower of Pisa, correct or not? Okay, so actually he lives near the tower, and thereby every day he goes to the top of the tower and he keeps what you call leaving some objects from the top of the tower. Of course, different objects also. Here you can see, suppose small object, that means having small mass, and heavy object having large mass. He has done many experiments. Okay, students, throwing the objects from the top of a tower. And the observation that he had is that he observed that any object thrown upward or downward. He has done experiments both downward as well as upward. Any object thrown upward or downward moves with constant acceleration in the downward direction. And that constant acceleration, what is the value of that constant acceleration, students? All of you know. What is the value of that constant acceleration? That is 9.8 meters per second square, which we call it as acceleration due to gravity. G is called as acceleration due to gravity. G is called as acceleration due to gravity. Okay, students, acceleration due to gravity. Exact value is 9.8 meters per second square, but we can take approximately as 9.8 meters per second square. We can take almost as 10 meters per second square for solving problems. Okay, students. So he has observed that one, that any object, doesn't matter whether heavy object, suppose let's say he has done an experiment for these two objects, students. One is light mass and one is heavy mass. Now both of them, it is not that since the heavy mass is having large mass, so therefore it will fall first and the small object which is having small mass will fall afterwards. No, when he has done the experiment, he found out that both the masses, whether the mass is 1 kg or 10 kg, doesn't matter, both of them will fall at the same time. That means both of them will experience same acceleration. That is how much, students? Downwards acceleration due to gravity, that is 9.8 meters per second square or 10 meters per second square. And this is called as free fall, students. Okay. So here you can see small slide. When gravity is the only force acting on an object, the acceleration due to gravity for objects in free fall at that surface is 9.8 meters per second square, and Galileo found out that all the things fall at the same rate in the absence of air resistance regardless of their mass. Of course, students, when we are in this topic solving problems, we are neglecting air resistance. This is very, very important. We are neglecting the air resistance. If you take air resistance into consideration, then whatever results we derive or whatever the results we obtain in this topic are not valid. Okay, students, whatever the results that we obtain in this topic, those are all valid only if the resistance, air resistance, is absent or neglected. There is there, but we neglect it. Okay, students, then whatever results we get, they are all valid. Okay, students. So anyway, please remember that any object which is thrown either upwards or downwards will experience constant acceleration, students. Please remember here this word is called constant acceleration. So since that acceleration is a constant, so therefore since that acceleration is a constant, we are able to, this acceleration is a constant. Please remember, students. Okay, since that acceleration is constant, we can apply the equations of motion, because in the equations of motion in the previous lectures we have studied that those are all valid only if the acceleration is constant. So here only difference between previous lectures and this lecture is that in the previous lectures the motion is horizontal, correct or not, students? A car traveling on the road, a bird a car traveling on the road, a person is walking on the road, like that, horizontal motion. Whereas here we are going to see just vertical motion. If you are standing on the top of a building and if you drop a ball, you project a ball downwards or you project a ball upwards. Okay, so these are the cases where the motion is entirely in vertical direction, but the only thing is that here the acceleration remains constant, as proved by Galileo. So therefore, since acceleration is constant, we can always apply the equations of motion. So that means whatever we have studied until now, just we are applying in vertical direction, that's all. So this topic is not different from the previous topic in one sense. Okay, students. So before going to solving these problems, let us understand more deeply. Okay, students, what is the photo diagram for the ball which is projected downwards or projected vertically upwards? Okay, now let us see three cases, students. Here let us see three cases: case number 1, case number 2, and case number 3. Okay, now in these three cases, in the first case a ball is dropped. So what is the photo diagram? Dropped means, always remember, students, dropped means initial velocity is 0. Initial velocity is 0. That means we are not projecting, we are not throwing the ball downwards, we are just leaving the ball. So initial velocity is 0. Second case is from the ground. You can see here, suppose let's say if the this person who is playing cricket, if he hits the ball, and let us say this ball from the ground, if it goes vertically upwards, is it possible? Yes, it can be possible. So just at the end of the bat, if the ball strikes, then it goes vertically upwards. So from the ground, if it goes vertically upwards, what is the photo diagram? And third case, suppose let's say here a girl is standing on the top of the building and throwing a ball vertically upwards. She is throwing with some velocity vertically upwards. So in all these cases, what is the photo diagram? Photo diagram is already we have studied. Motion diagram. How the ball is moving just by seeing the diagram you should know what is the velocity or what is the acceleration, or at least you should know is the velocity increasing or decreasing, like that we should know. Okay, student. So now let us see, students, first case. Suppose if the ball is dropped, initial velocity is 0. Now just now we have seen that it will experience a constant acceleration, correct or not, students? So since it experiences a constant acceleration, so the ball is having a constant acceleration represented by g, correct or not, student? So that means acceleration a equal to g, correct or not? Now here initial velocity is 0, but after some time, now the ball will move downwards, maybe let us say 1 meter per second. So now here you can see, students, the velocity direction and acceleration are in the same direction. So what will happen? Will the speed increase or decrease? If the directions of the acceleration and initial velocity are same, the speed will increase. So after some time what will happen, students? The speed will increase like this. U equal to maybe 2. After some time the speed will increase. U equal to 4 meters per second. Like this. Are you able to understand, students? The speed will increase. The speed will increase like this. Or if you want to draw the photo diagram in simple, if you want to draw like this. Like this. Okay, students. Where you can see clearly that the distance is gradually increasing. Correct or not? Here distance is less. Here distance is more. Here distance is more. That means it is traveling with high speed. Correct or not, students? So this is called as the photo diagram for a ball dropped. Okay. Now second case where the ball is from the ground, it is going upwards. So when it hits the bat, when the ball hits the bat, it will move upwards with, suppose, let's say 10 meters per second. Okay, students. So that means now it will go upwards. Now it will go upwards like this. Correct or not, students? Now it will go upwards like this. It will go upwards like this, like this. Now can it go like this only, students? Can it go like that only, upwards? No. Why? Because even though the body velocity is in upward direction, this is the velocity, but the acceleration is in which direction, students? The velocity is upwards, but the acceleration is downwards. Why? Because any object which is in air will experience constant acceleration of g downwards. So that means the direction of velocity and acceleration are in opposite direction. So what will happen? The speed of the ball decreases. So after some time what will happen, students? The speed will become 8 meters per second. The speed will become 8 meters per second. So like this, after some time what will happen? When it comes here, the speed may become 6 meters per second. 6 meters per second. The speed may become 6 meters per second. Like so, like this, 5, 3, 2, like this. Now what will happen? Finally it will become 0. Then afterwards what will happen, students? Acceleration is still downwards. So that means at one point its velocity will become 0, and then now it will take a U-turn, and then it will travel downwards. Okay, I hope students you are understanding. So it will travel downwards. So if you want to draw the photo diagram, I will draw it here, students. Suppose let's say this is the ground. So initially the velocity is more, so therefore it will go like this. Initially the velocity is more, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, and then the velocity becomes 0. Okay, I hope you are understanding, students. So initially distance is more because velocity is more. Then speed decreases. At one point what will happen? V becomes 0. Now will it stay there? No. Again it will go down. Now its speed will increase. V equal to 1 meter per second, 2, like this it will increase. Then it will increase. I hope, students, you understood. Like this the photo diagram will be like this. So this one should be there in your mind, students. The physical, the visualization of the ball, where the speed is increasing, where the speed is decreasing. So at the highest point its speed is 0. So just because speed is 0, their acceleration is 0, students. Can we say acceleration is also 0? No. Acceleration is there at every point. Very, very important, students. Please remember, acceleration at here is a equal to g. At here it is a equal to g. At here it is a equal to g. So at every point acceleration is there. So at this point, at the highest point also, acceleration is there, g. And when the body is coming down also, acceleration is g. So like that, at every point acceleration is downwards only. But the speed will decrease. Just like in horizontal motion also, I told you that when the velocity and the acceleration are in opposite direction, what will happen? The speed of the car will decrease, and then it becomes 0, and then it takes a U-turn. Okay, students, correct or not? When the velocity and the acceleration are in opposite direction, the body will take a U-turn, and at the point of U-turn, the object will have velocity 0, and that is called as instantaneous velocity. That means that velocity at that instant only it is 0. Just before it will have velocity, just after that it will have velocity. Here also you can see, students, just before it will have velocity, just afterwards it will have velocity. Of course the velocity direction before is upwards, the velocity direction afterwards is downwards, but there will be some velocity. Okay, students, or speed. Magnitude of velocity is called as speed. Okay students, I hope you are understanding this one. Now let us see third case. So in the third case, the object is at certain height from the building, correct or not students, and a girl is throwing the object upwards, vertically upwards. Now what is the photo diagram? Okay, so now here also you can see the velocity is upwards and the acceleration a is equal to g. So that means the velocity and the acceleration are in opposite directions. So what will happen? The speed of the ball decreases. The speed of the ball decreases like this, and at one point it will become v equal to 0, and then it will fall down again like this to the ground. Correct or not students? Okay. So if you want to draw the photo diagram, I will draw it here. Okay. Suppose let's say from here if I draw. Okay. Suppose let's say this one. Now this speed is more, so it will be more like this, and then it will become 0, and then now it will go down with very high speed like this. Okay students, so this is the projection of this is called as the photo diagram of the ball in vertical direction. This is called as the photo diagram of the ball in vertical direction. Okay students, so here you can see the speed of the ball as it is going upwards is decreasing, and at one point its speed will become 0 instantaneously. Then again speed will increase in downward direction until it reaches the ground. Okay, so this is called as the photo diagram. I hope students you understood this one. Here one important point is there that even though speed is 0, acceleration will it be 0? Sometimes in objective bits they will ask, if the speed is 0 means will the acceleration also be 0? No, acceleration will be there even though the speed is 0 at an instant. Here we have to pay attention students. Here we are telling that the instantaneous speed is 0. It is not that the body is always at rest. I hope students you are catching the point. Here the velocity is 0, instantaneously, and acceleration is not 0. Correct or not students? This is instant, at an instant, just at the highest point. Okay, there may be a case where when velocity is 0, acceleration is 0. Correct or not students? Then we say the body is at rest. Okay, but here this is v equal to 0 at an instant, and at that point acceleration may not be 0. And what is the example? When a ball is thrown vertically upwards, at the highest point its speed is not 0, but its speed is 0, but acceleration is not 0. Okay students, I hope you understood this one. So this is called as photo diagram, very important. So in some textbooks they will also draw with velocity and acceleration also students, if you want. Okay, suppose let us say if you want to draw that one, I will draw it here. Okay students, for the first one I will draw it here. Okay, for the first case where suppose let us say from here the ball is dropped. Okay students, from here the ball is dropped. Okay, so now what will happen? The speed of the ball will increase. So initially it is like this, then afterwards it will be like this, then afterwards it will be like this. Of course the ball size will not increase, like this, and then like this. Of course if you remove this ground, then we'll have more space, then like this. Okay, so let us say this is the ground. Okay students, so now if I represent the velocity vector with blue ball, now here velocity is 0 almost, so we don't have to draw it also. Here velocity is 0, I am writing left hand side, velocity is 0, initial velocity is 0. So here now after some time what will happen? The velocity may be u equal to 1 meter per second. Okay, so only small arrow, then velocity may slowly increase. U is equal to maybe 3 meters per second, then velocity may it will increase more, u equal to maybe 5 meters per second, then the velocity may be very high here, so u is equal to maybe 10 meters per second. So this is how the representation of the velocity. Okay students, now if I suppose let's say if you are asked to draw the acceleration students, suppose let's say if you are asked to draw the acceleration. So acceleration, now just observe carefully students, here blue, for the first ball, that means when the ball is at the just dropped, I did not draw any arrow for the ball because the initial velocity is 0. But now when you are drawing the acceleration, acceleration is always constant. So a is equal to, so in this case here a is equal to 0, a is equal to g, correct answer. So in this case same a equal to g, in this case also same a equal to g. See the length of the arrow, students. At every point I am drawing only same length, a equal to 0. Here also a equal to, sorry, a equal to g. I hope students you understood. The velocity is increasing but the acceleration is constant in the first case. Okay. Next, in the second case, if you see second case is the ball is what you call thrown vertically upwards from the ground. Thrown vertically upwards from the ground. Second case. Okay. Now let us see the second case, students. Okay. So now here it is thrown with some velocity. Correct or not, student? So what will happen? The velocity initially is more. Now when it is going upwards, its speed will decrease. Its speed will be more here, then it will be less, then it will be less, and then 0. Okay, students? Then afterwards what will happen? It will go down like this, like this, like this. Now the speed will increase. Correct or not? So now first if I represent with blue one, that is velocity, students. Suppose here it is very high. That means u equal to maybe 10 meters per second. Then afterwards what will happen, students? Its speed will decrease. U is equal to maybe 5 meters per second. Then afterwards it is u equal to maybe 3, or then afterwards less, maybe u equal to 2. Then afterwards maybe less. Okay, less means compared to that less. So u equal to 1, like that, maybe 0.5. Then like this. Now here 0 only, just u equal to 0. The speed will decrease. Okay. Now again what will happen? The speed will increase. So here very light, very small arrow, small length of arrow. Then again like this, more, little more, like this, and then more. I hope you are understanding, students. Just by seeing that photo diagram, you can clearly know that as it is going upwards, its speed is decreasing. As it is going downwards, its speed is decreasing. That is what I am trying to teach, student. Okay. But if you are asked to draw the acceleration, students, acceleration. Suppose you are asked to draw the acceleration. Now, when it is going upwards, acceleration, the length of the arrow. Observe the length of the arrow and also the magnitude. A is g. Here also 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 same length, a equal to g. So at the topmost point also same length. I am drawing a equal to g. And when it is coming down also same length. For the at any position, doesn't matter. At any position, a is always downwards. A is always downwards. A equal to g. Here also same thing. A equal to g. Here also same thing. A equal to g. So now you can clearly identify that if the direction of acceleration and velocity are in the same direction, its speed will increase, and if they are in opposite direction, its speed will decrease. Correct or not, students? You can clearly see that. Okay. So as it is going like this, as it is going upwards, its speed will decrease. Okay. The highest point, you please remember, students, at the highest point, speed is 0 momentarily, but acceleration is not 0, rather acceleration is g. Okay. Now third case, what is the third case, students? Third case is when the ball is thrown vertically upwards from the top of a tower. Suppose let us say this is a tower. So from here, now suppose if the ball is thrown vertically upwards. Okay. So now what will happen? Initially it is thrown upwards, suppose 5 meters per second. Then what will happen? Its speed, since the speed is more, distance covered is more. Then afterwards it will decrease, then decrease, and then it becomes 0. Then again it will come down like this, and then like this. Okay, student. So now I hope you are understanding this one. It will go like this, and come down. Okay. So at every point you can see. Now let us draw the direction of velocities and acceleration at every point. Okay, students. So first let us draw the direction of velocity, students. Okay. So here the direction of velocity is upwards, very high. So since it is very high, we will draw with what you call, the arrow of the velocity vector is more, then afterwards what will happen, it will decrease v, then it will decrease, maybe just dot, maybe just dot, and then here what will happen, just dot, v is 0, then it will slowly increase in the downward direction, slowly increase in the downward direction, slowly increase in the downward direction, it is more, and here it is very much high, and here it is very high. Are you understanding, students? This is the direction of v, this is the direction of v, this is the direction of v. Okay, now what about the acceleration? Suppose you are asked to find out the acceleration. So at here also, at every point a equal to g, the length of the arrow, the magnitude of the acceleration is always constant, a equal to g, here a equal to g, here a equal to g, here also a equal to g, here also a equal to g, here also a equal to g, at every point it is g, a equal to g. Here also, just because speed is more, the acceleration won't increase. That is what I am trying to teach, a equal to g. This is called as the photo diagram. Okay, students. So just by seeing the photo diagram, you can easily know what is the, what you call, what is the velocity, what is the speed, and what is the acceleration. Okay, students, in all these cases, so like this you should analyze. Okay, this should be in your mind, okay, before solving any problem. Okay, students. So anyway, now let us take one problem, students. Okay, find the location of the ball after find the location of ball after 1 second. Okay, student, or otherwise I'll cover these problems in the next video, students. Thank you very much, students. Have a nice day.